नाउ आउट ऑफ कीपिंग तो है, आउट ऑफ कीपिंग के पहले विल हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट एग्जैक्टली कीपिंग मीन्स. सो कीपिंग, कीपिंग का मतलब हिंदी में क्या होता है? एनीवन?
रखना.
एब्सोल्युटली. और कोई?
सर मे बी इन दिस कंटेक्स्ट निगरानी से बाहर ले जाना और समथिंग ऑफ दैट सॉर्ट.
हाँ, निगरानी से बाहर लेके जाना, बट कीपिंग मतलब निगरानी, राइट? दैट इज व्हाट यू आर मीनिंग, दैट कीपिंग का मतलब
Yes sir,
निगरानी हो
yes
गया.
sir.
ठीक है. और कोई?
कीपिंग मतलब केयर ऑफ चाइल्ड.
एब्सोल्युटली. सो सी, कीपिंग का मतलब है प्रोटेक्शन और केयर ऑफ चाइल्ड फर्स्टली, एंड सेकेंडली कब, when a person is said to have been keeping a child, say when he maintains him, he's maintaining him, he's supporting him, or he's providing sustenance to him. In such cases you can say that okay, this lawful guardian is keeping a child. And then secondly, now now एक concept है that keeping is also the domain of the guardian. हद है एक गार्डियन की कि कितने तक वो डोमेन है, उसकी डोमेन कितने तक है, uh, मतलब कितना कंट्रोल है उसका, कब तक उसका कंट्रोल, कितने तक कंट्रोल है उसका अपने अपने चाइल्ड के ऊपर. नाउ now this domain, he need not know exactly where his child is. He need not know exactly where his child is. Rather he only needs to have a broad idea. एक broad idea ही उसे होना चाहिए. Say for instance, एक minor boy, he goes into street, or he goes into playground without the knowledge of this his guardian. He will not said to be out of keeping, he will still said to be in keeping. ठीक है, he will still said to be in keeping, because it is not necessary that he has to have an idea कि हाँ उसका बच्चा अब ये टाइम पर यहाँ है, ये टाइम पर यहाँ है. It is not necessary. It is again, he just needs to have a broad idea कि ओ अभी वो स्कूल गया है, अभी वो यहाँ गया है. ऐसा एकदम रिजिडली उसे हर चीज का पता नहीं होना चाहिए कि मेरा बच्चा ये टाइम पर ये कर रहा है, ये टाइम पर ये कर रहा है. जस्ट नीड टू हैव अ ब्रॉड आइडिया, एंड व्हेन this is there, then he will said to be in keeping. The child will be said to be in keeping of the lawful guardian. ठीक है. Now what will be the offense? The offense will be when the child is taken or enticed out of keeping. इस कीपिंग से निकाला जाता है एक बच्चे को, तब ऑफेंस कमिट होगा. फाइन, इज दिस क्लियर?
Sir, so I have a doubt or rather an observation, sir, if you permit. Sir,
Yeah.
so yes, sir. So when let's say the child is taken out of the keeping of the lawful guardian, but that was like for the benefit of the child only. Like suppose there is a terrorist attack or something happening in that school, or where even the lawful guardian might be present, and the a person has a reasonable apprehension that the terrorist might attack the child as well, and so he takes the child to a safe house or to a safe place. So would that fall within the meaning of kidnapping, sir? Will intention be taken into consideration?
No, intention will not be taken into consideration. Intention is not an element, it is an offense of strict liability. इंटेंशन का इसमें रोल है ही नहीं, सैडली.
All right, sir.
इंटेंशन का इसमें रोल नहीं है. ओनली थिंग, इफ दीज एलिमेंट्स एस्टैब्लिश्ड, देन अल्टीमेटली अ पर्सन विल बी हेल्ड लायबल फॉर किडनैपिंग. अब जो लास्ट एलिमेंट है, विच इज टेक्स और इंटाइसेस, अब इन दोनों में से डिफरेंस देखो, टेक्स और इंटाइसेस. अब यू नो, टेक्स मीन्स with force or otherwise as in you are escorting the child, or basically you are getting in his possession, you are getting him in your possession. And entices means you are luring a child, Luring a child as in जैसे एक बच्चा है, वो जा रहा है अपने घर. नाउ सी, ही इज इन कीपिंग, ही इज इन कीपिंग ऑफ द लॉफुल गार्डियनशिप. अपने घर जा रहा है, इवन दो उसके पापा को पता नहीं होगा कि मेरा बच्चा अभी ये टाइम पे ये घर आ रहा है, बट स्टिल ही इज इन कीपिंग. एंड देयर इज दिस स्ट्रेंजर, ही कम्स इन एंड ही सेज दैट, ओ तुम्हारे पापा तुम्हें मीठा खाने नहीं देते. ही सेज, नहीं खाने नहीं देते मीठा, और तंग करते हैं, ये वो. एंड ही गोज बैक टू हिज होम. फिर दूसरे दिन मिलता है, एंड दूसरे दिन बोलता है कि मैं तुम्हें बहुत चॉकलेट दूंगा, तुम मेरे साथ आ जाओ. ही सेज, नहीं नहीं नहीं, पापा मारेंगे. एंड ही गिव्स हिम ओनली वन चॉकलेट. फिर दूसरे दिन जाता है घर पे, तीसरे दिन वो और 4 चॉकलेट देता है. चौथे दिन ही गेट्स lured by this man. He gets so excited, he gets greedy by seeing these chocolates, and this child goes along with this man. Now this moment, this person would have said to have committed kidnapping, because he has enticed this child along with him. So इसको बोलते हैं luring a child. Enticing is a concept of luring, wherein you are luring the child by doing a particular act. Even in some cases, by doing sexual acts with the child is a form of luring. Fine. Is this
Yes,
clear?
sir.
Now, now see, अब क्लियर है सारे. फिर से मैं एक और बार लिख देता हूँ सारे इंग्रेडिएंट्स, एंड किसी को भी किसी में भी डाउट्स हो, बताइए, यू कैन आस्क मी, एंड देन वी विल प्रोसीड ऑन टू various case laws relating to kidnapping. First is takes and entices, which we have already differentiated between what is taking and what is enticement. Takes में you actually exercise force, or otherwise you take the possession of the child, or you say escort the child. And secondly, the child has the age of the child. What has to be the age of child? In the cases of male, it has to be less than 16, and in the cases of female, it has to be less than 18. And then it will be a concept of out of keeping, which we had discussed, that keeping is basically domain or control of the guardian. Now obviously this domain or control need not be very rigid, or you cannot say that a guardian has to have information of the child, or he has to know that where his child is at every point of time. Rather, he can have a broad idea of the whereabouts of the child. And third is lawful guardian. And this we had discussed. Lawful guardian ka matlab, this is not legal guardian. Rather, what they are trying to say, that they are trying to talk about lawful guardians, not legal guardians. Fine. And last आता है without consent. Now obviously यहाँ पर consent express और implied दोनों भी हो सकती है, and it can be a case of deemed consent also. अब जब consent कोई देता है किसी को, तो सिर्फ मेन एक्ट की कंसेंट नहीं देगा, इंसिडेंटल एक्ट्स की भी देगा. सो अगर कोई पर्सन वो इंसिडेंटल एक्ट्स करता है, then you cannot hold him liable for kidnapping just because he's doing those incidental acts. Those incidental acts will rather be considered to be consented through, there will be a legal fiction where we will be say that it will be deemed that these acts have been consented to. ठीक है, क्लियर है so far? Any doubts?
Sir, I got disconnected. Could you please repeat?
The entire part.
Yes, yes, sir. Last 1 minute.
Last 1 minute. Lawful guardian या पूरा ये
Lawful guardian.
lawful guardian. I had already discussed. See, lawful guardian is not legal guardian. Obviously, it is lawful guardian. Lawful guardian means an extended guardianship of legal guardianship. And obviously, this will differ from case to case, that which guardian is a lawful guardian. It depends upon the nature and circumstances of the case. And then without consent, as I've already mentioned, that see, without consent will also include express consent and implied consent. And not only a person is consenting, the lawful guardian is consenting to the main act, but he is also consenting to the incidental acts. So if the incidental acts are performed, the lawful guardian cannot say, oh, the main act is not performed. ठीक है? sorry, the lawful
Yes, sir.
guardian cannot say, if the incidental acts are performed, the lawful guardian cannot say, oh, since the incidental acts are performed, he will be held liable for uh, kidnapping because I hadn't consented to the uh, uh, incidental acts. ठीक है, this is clear. अब बढ़ते हैं ये केस के ऊपर, which is S Vardarajan. And after this, I will share my friend's story, which is similar to this case only. S Vardarajan versus State of Madras, 1965. Fine. Now see, uh, now there was this fellow A, and uh, there was this girl Savitri. Now they were neighbors earlier. एक दूसरे के साथ neighbors थे, पड़ोसी थे, आसपास में रहते थे, and they used to talk a lot. And they sort of fell for each other, and this girl was 17 years age, and his age was also 18 or 19, I believe. Then what happened, this sister of Savitri asked her not to talk to this boy. This boy. Fine. And this A's parents were also informed, and ultimately A's parents and A's parents were informed, and they were asked to take restrict their child. And ultimately Savitri was because she was interacting with this fellow a lot. Savitri was sent to his uncle's house. Fine. Now one fine day, what happened, Savitri made a phone call. Savitri made a phone call, and she asked A to come and meet her in the market. Now this A, he comes in the market, he meets her, and ultimately they get married. They get married in the registrar's office. They stay in this other town for 2 days, and they go back to they stay in this Kalalankam. There is this other town, Kalalankam. There they stay for 12 days, and then they go to Coimbatore. There they stay for say 3 days, and then they are found by the police, and police charges this fellow for kidnapping. 363 is the punishable section for kidnapping, and the police charges him for kidnapping. Session court upholds it. The High Court also upholds it. Sorry, Session Court convicts him, and High Court upholds it. And ultimately, the case comes before the Supreme Court. And the judge here is Justice Mudulkar. Do you guys know who Mudulkar is? Justice Mudulkar, by any chance? Hello?
No, sir.
Uh, okay. Have you guys heard about this case? What do you call which was the case in which first constitutional amendment was challenged? Does anyone remember?
Sajjan Singh, sir.
After Sajjan Singh, what was the second case?
Shankari Prasad. ऐसे ही था,
Absolutely.
sir.
Sahi, Shankari Prasad. Sahi. Nahi, Shankari was the first one. Shankari was the first one. Sajjan Singh was the second one.
सज्जन उसके बाद था ये, sir.
Sajjan Singh was the first one. See, if you want to remember this, मैंने तो ऐसे याद किया था कि Shankar all Lord Shiva Shankar will always come first, and then anyone else. So Shankar and then Sajjan. And now Sajjan Singh में जो dissent था, ये संभव. Okay. जो सज्जन सिंह में जो डिसेंट था, सज्जन सिंह वाज बेसिकली इन 3:2। दो डिसेंटिंग थे, एक का नाम था जस्टिस हिदायतुल्ला, द सेकेंड वन वाज जस्टिस मुदुलकर, and he was the person who had incepted the concept of basic feature of constitution. He did not say basic structure, he said basic feature of the constitution cannot be amended, and this he had said it in his dissenting judgment, which was later heavily relied by Keshav Nanda Bharati in 73. So he is just, this fellow is Justice Madulkar. Justice Madulkar. Now let's get back to our case. अब इसमें फिर क्या हुआ? What did the court held? Ultimately, the court held, first thing the court held that Savitri had abandoned her guardianship. She had abandoned her lawful guardianship. By leaving her house and by calling the fellow herself, she herself abandoned her guardianship by calling this Vardarajan herself, and taking voluntary steps to towards the step of her marriage with Vardarajan. So she had voluntarily abandoned her lawful guardianship. Fine. So she was already out of keeping, which is she was already out of keeping. पहले ही वो out of keeping थी. So he did not take or entice her away from out of keeping. She was already out of keeping. वो पहले ही out of keeping थी. जब वो मार्केट उसने कॉल किया और जब वो मार्केट में आई तब भी वो आउट ऑफ कीपिंग थी. सो ही डिड नॉट एंटाइस हर और टेक हर अवे. फाइन. एंड जो सेकेंड एस्पेक्ट है, दैट इज दैट देयर इज नो एविडेंस ऑन रिकॉर्ड टू प्रूव एंटाइसमेंट. दे कुड नॉट ब्रिंग द कॉल रिकॉर्डिंग्स. सो एंटाइसमेंट या लर का कोई एविडेंस है ही नहीं. So you cannot say that he had enticed or taken her away. There is no evidence of taking her away as well, because this girl is denying that he had exercised any force. So the case falls flat, and he was ultimately acquitted.
So
Yes.
तो सर बट आज के सर्कमस्टांसेस में जैसे कॉल रिकॉर्ड और रिकॉर्डिंग्स वगैरह बहुत इजीली अवेलेबल हो जाती हैं पुलिस मशीनरी के पास, तो सर उस केस में अगर जैसे उन्होंने म्यूचुअल कॉन्सेंट से डिसाइड किया था कॉल पे कि चलो भाग चलते हैं, तो वो तो फिर एंटाइसमेंट में आ जाएगा ना?
डिपेंड करता है उसने क्या बोला. अगर उसने फोर्स किया था कि चलो चलते हैं, यहाँ पर क्या रखा है, ये सब, then it becomes an enticement. Then it becomes a clear case of enticement.
सब कैजुअल टाइप चल लें क्या, वो बोलते हैं ओके चल लेते हैं, मतलब म्यूचुअल टाइप, उसमें किसी
नहीं, that
एक
won't be.
तरह
There has to be an active luring, no? Luring, active luring.
ओके सो गॉट
Fine. And दूसरा था, she was already out of keeping. So that is the reason he was acquitted ultimately. Now इससे related एक पहले दूसरा केस कर देते हैं, then I'll share an incident with you guys. The second case is TD Vadagamma versus State of Gujarat. This is 1973. Now in this case, what had happened that there is this fellow A. Now there is this F, and F की एक daughter है FD. She is 15 years of age. Now this fellow, he usually has sexual intercourse with this FD. Fine. Usually perform करता है. And ultimately this FD is attracted towards A. And now what happens? A says that why are you staying with F? Now F की F इसको why are you staying with F? You are already troubled with him. you come with me and you stay with me forever. And she accordingly goes to this fellow. Now here, the act of sexual acts were considered to be lurements or enticing. Fine, clear है?
Yes.
Yes.
Now एक important aspect है which is पहले ये बता देता हूँ फिर इंसिडेंट मैं ये खत्म कर दूँ, then we can discuss certain things. तो पहला है continuing offense. So see, let us read abduction first and then we'll move on to what exactly continuing offense is. Are you guys on abduction? Are you guys on 362?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So 362 says that whoever by force. So first is if you are applying force, you are compelling that person. Whoever by force compels or by deceitful means induces. So if you are applying deceitful means, you are induces any person to go from any place is set to abduct that person. So अगर ये दोनों elements है, इनमें से एक भी है, you must have said to be, you'll be set to abduct a person. So inducing to do what? To go any person from one place to another. To go from any place. अब एक बार बैरक देख लो. अब see, punishment for kidnapping is under 363, right?
Yes, sir.
स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड दिया है. अब अबडक्शन का आपको स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड पनिशमेंट कहीं नहीं दिखेगा, कहीं नहीं दिखेगा. आप पूरे 370 तक एक बार देख लो. 370 इज ट्रैफिकिंग, 370 तक एक बार देख लो, कहीं नहीं मिलेगा पर से. सो अबडक्शन पर से इज नॉट ऑफेंस. इज नॉट एन ऑफेंस. rather abduction has to be coupled with any other offense. For instance, अभी इस केस में जैसे read this one, kidnapping or abducting in order to commit murder. So वो हो गया 364. So you are abducting in order to commit murder. ठीक है. And then see 364A, you are abducting. मार्जिनल नोट पर मत जाना, सिर्फ टाइटल पर मत जाना, अंदर पढ़ना. whoever kidnaps or abducts any person. So here you are abducting for ransom. ठीक है. And secondly, kidnapping or abducting with the intent of secretly or wrongfully confining a person. You are abducting for confining. 366, abducting for inducing a person to compel her to marriage. 367, you are this is inducement. 367B is importation, ये अलग है. 367, abducting in order to subject a person to grievous hurt. Here you are abducting for grievous hurt. 368, this is wrongful keeping, ये भी अलग है. 369 is abducting a child under 10 years of age in with the intent to steal from its person. ठीक है. So every offense, abduction has to be coupled with an act to make it an offense. ठीक है. So abduction per se is not an offense, but kidnapping per se is an offense. Now एक बार समझ लेते हैं कि अब एक कॉन्सेप्ट है which is known as the concept of an continuing offense. Now kidnapping is not a continuing offense. एक बार हो गया kidnapping, it is done. Once a child is taken out of keeping of the lawful guardianship, he is done. अब वहां से दूसरा कोई बंदा लेगा उसे, then it will be a case of abduction. So abduction can be a continuing offense. Abduction is a continuing offense. and kidnapping is not. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, for instance, now there is this case. Wait, Calcutta High Court का case था Chhatrapat. Wait, I can't recall the name. Give me a second. I'll search for it. Just give me a moment. Ha. There is this case. Nimai Chatoraj. This is 1900 Calcutta High Court. Now, in this case, what had happened? This Y had kidnapped minor wife of A. A की जो minor wife है इसने kidnapped कर दी. Now अब इसने kidnap तो की, but इसका नसीब इतना खराब, इससे M ने ले ली. फिर M का भी नसीब खराब, M से J ने ले ली. And ultimately, when A filed a case of kidnapping against Y, and he filed a case of kidnapping against M also, and he filed a case of kidnapping against J also. The court held that J and M will not be liable for kidnapping because Y was not in lawful guardian. Y से out of keeping से नहीं लिया था. M and J can be held liable for abduction because kidnapping is not a continuing offense. Kidnapping सिर्फ एक बार होता है. Fine, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. Now,
सर ये केस के नाम थोड़ा एक बार बताइए ना.
हाँ. वेट, निमाय, मेरा प्रोनाउंसिएशन थोड़ा गड़बड़ है इसमें. निमाय चाटोराज, चाटोराज, 1900 कैलकाटा हाई कोर्ट. फाइन. ठीक है. अब वी आर डन विथ 362. ठीक है. नाउ सी, नाउ जैसा वी डिड एस वरदराजन वर्सेस स्टेट ऑफ मद्रास, and then we did this TD Vadakkam. Now similar case एक मेरे friend के साथ हुआ था, similar to S Vardarajan. Small instance I would like to share. What happened that my friend was infatuated to a girl in his 12th. When we were studying in our 12th grade, he was infatuated with this girl. Now his parents got to know and they were really furious at him. And the girl's parents also got to know, and the girl's parents were a little conservative, and even they were furious. And what did he do? One fine day, these now they both started dating and all, and ultimately what happened that this fellow, he asked her to run away with him, and what happened that she agreed, and they ran away to from Mumbai to Bangalore. They ran away to Bangalore, and this is prior to 2013. It is somewhere in this is somewhere in January, and I'll tell you how lucky he was. Now they went to Bangalore, and they stayed there for 20 days, and ultimately he was arrested in Bangalore. Now the girl's parents had filed an FIR in Mumbai. And ultimately an FIR was filed for kidnapping against this fellow, and he was arrested in Bangalore, and transit mein he was brought back to Mumbai. And when he was brought back, he was kept in the locker for a day or two, and when we applied for his bail, we obviously supported this case, T. Vardarajan, and we somehow we got the bail. And ultimately, what happened now? He's a lawyer now, and he's practicing. In fact, this case, made him want to do law, and now he's practicing. And they had also charged rape at him. Now, the act which was committed by him was done in the month of January, and if you guys must have been aware of the 2013 amendment. Do you guys know the 2013 amendment?
Yes, post Nirbhaya, this entire thing was taken very seriously, and I think death penalty was introduced for twice offenders, I guess.
Uh, yeah, not only that, can you guys open 375?
सर इंडिपेंडेंट थॉट्स वाला कह रहे हैं आप?
नहीं, इंडिपेंडेंस थॉट नहीं है, इंडिपेंडेंस थॉट नहीं है। 375 एक बार खोलो, वो तो एक्सेप्शन 2 है, वो बाद में आएंगे जब तो समझेंगे। एक बार 375 में 6th क्लॉज देखो। Are you guys on 6th clause?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Wait, give me a second. Wait. Now this says that 18, if the girl is less than 18, and if the sexual intercourse is with or without consent, then it will be a case of rape. Now they had charged him for rape, and now we applied for his bail, and we were granted bail because he was a young fellow. So the judge said, okay, fine, let us give him bail. Ultimately, what happened then, when the bail was granted, we went for quashing this rape application, this rape charge. We wanted to quash this because this was a major charge, and banta nahi tha. They had no evidence to prove the sexual intercourse. उन्होंने बस लगा दिया था on the basis of the circumstances or ऐसे. In fact, the girl's testimony, when the police officers took, she said that they had not entered into a sexual intercourse. They were just there. They wanted to settle life and all. And ultimately, this was quashed. Rape was quashed. And now what happened? Now this kidnapping was moving on. Now we were in our first years. He was going through this massive trial of kidnapping. जब सेकेंड ईयर में भी पहुंचे तब भी किडनैपिंग का ट्रायल चल रहा था। थर्ड ईयर में हम पहुंचे तब भी इसका किडनैपिंग का ट्रायल चल रहा था। फोर्थ ईयर में पहुंचे तब भी इनका किडनैपिंग का ट्रायल चल रहा था। फिफ्थ ईयर में पहुंचे, नाउ द गाय एंड द गर्ल, you might think that they got married. No, they didn't. They parted their ways. They parted from their ways. And fifth year में भी ये ट्रायल चल रहा था, and ultimately अभी भी ट्रायल चल रहा है, and there are certain evidences pending in the trial. Now he wanted to compound, obviously, but the offense is not compoundable. Compound किससे करोगे? Lawful guardian से this is not compoundable offense, and therefore the courts do not compound it. So ultimately he'll have to go through the laborious trial, and ultimately he has to get a clean acquittal. Otherwise it will be a massive turn down to his career or anything.
So I have a question here, sir. This might be like a slightly deviating observation, sir, but this clause 6 says that with or without a consent when she is under 18 years of age, sir. Now, sir, let's say in this example only they got married, like it's a child marriage, and then
They didn't get married.
yes, sir, I know. I'm saying hypothetically, let's say they married and then he does this sexual intercourse with her, sir. Now, sir, as far as I remember, as sir PCMA Act, sir, child marriage is voidable. It's not void per se. So we know that marital rape is not rape, but then there is this 6th clause as well, which says that under 18 years, the consent doesn't matter. So isn't there a conflict between marital rape and this 6th clause, sir? Then?
अब ये वैसे तो डिटेल में मैं वहां डिस्कस करूंगा, बट एक बार एक्सेप्शन 2 पढ़ो। Read exception 2 for once.
All right, sir. Got it, sir. Got it.
No, not got it. This exception has been struck down. Struck down in the case of independent thought versus Union of India, wherein it was held that whether a woman is married or not married, if she is below the age of 18 years, then clause 6 will apply. So married or non-married का फर्क नहीं है if the woman is below 18 years. Yes, after 18 years, when she is above 18 years, then yes, it becomes a situation.
All
Okay.
right, sir.
So this is independent thought versus Union of India. This we'll deal when we come. We'll cross this bridge when we'll reach there. Okay, we are done with 359 and 360, 361 and 362. Any doubts with regards to this?
Sir, could you please explain exception of 361?
361. Wait. Oh, sorry. I missed that part. No. 2 minutes. See, the section does not extend to the act of any person who in good faith believes himself to be the father of illegitimate child. So the section does not extend to the act of any person who in good faith believes himself to be the father of an illegitimate child, or who in good faith believes himself to be entitled to the lawful custody of such child, unless such act committed is immoral or unlawful purposes. Obviously. Now see, if A believes that B is his own legitimate son, एक्चुअली बी किसी और का बेटा है, बट ए को लगता है कि his wife does not tell him that she was in an adulterous relationship with C, and B thinks that A thinks that B is his own son, and he accordingly has this protectionist attitude towards B, and he protects him, and now he is actually in actuality B is an illegitimate son, and C is in actuality B is an illegitimate son, and C is only the legal guardian of B, not A. So agar exception hata de, so A will be liable for say kidnapping. So the exception says that the acts of A or any person who is believing his illegitimate child to be his legitimate child will not this section will not extend to those people if they believe him to be their legitimate child in good faith. Clear hai?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Now let us clear hai? Any doubts?
यस सर, एक
Yeah.
इसके कंटेक्स्ट में नहीं है,
Hmm.
बट जैसे हमारे यहाँ लोकली ये बोलते हैं किसी ने किसी का मर्डर कर दिया,
Hmm.
या सपोज 6-7 महीने वो जेल में रहा, कि उसके बाद फिर पुलिस स्टेशन में थाने में जाके राजीनामा करवा दिया उनकी फैमिली से, विक्टिम की फैमिली से, सर वो क्या है, मतलब क्या होता है वो?
अब एक है, अब since we are here, तो but this is actually if you were to discuss that, this is actually against the advocates sort of ethics. It's against ethics, but what happens ideally in practically what happens, for instance, A ने अब this is because trials हमारे यहाँ बहुत laborious होते हैं, and this usually happens. For example, A ने B को grievous hurt cause किया, फाइन, बहुत मारा उसको, ग्रीवियस हर्ट कॉज किया, उसका हाथ फ्रैक्चर हो गया, ट्रायल चल रही है, एंड अब कंपाउंडेबल तो है नहीं ग्रीवियस हर्ट. सो ए क्या बोलता है बी को कि ऐसा करना, तू कोर्ट में मुकर जाना, यू गिव अ फॉल्स टेस्टिमनी इन द कोर्ट, and ultimately when B comes into court, he says that okay, A was not the person who had given him a blow. There was some other fellow, they couldn't find him, they found the wrong fellow. So he goes hostile, and ultimately his testimony is shattered. So जो main piece of evidence है, the main piece of evidence is excluded. So the moment main piece of evidence, or the what do you call, the material evidence is excluded from the chain of prosecution, the prosecution case is shattered. Sort of, you can call it sort of compounding, but this is unethical. In theory this is unethical, and in reality also this is unethical, but this happens a lot in courts.
Right, sir.
तो इसको हम बोलते हैं, हमने sophisticated terms में नाम दिया, ओके राजी हो गए, राजीनामा, they're agreeing with us. Fine. Now let us start with 349 to 351, and then we'll move on to outraging the modesty of women, and then the 2013 amendment 354A, B, C, D, and then we'll go on to rape. पहले 349 to 351 पढ़ते हैं. Let us start with 349, which is the definition of force. Are you guys on 349?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
A person is said to use force to another if he causes first motion, change of motion, or cessation of motion to that another, or if he causes to any substance. So पहले था he's causing change of motion, cessation of motion to another, or if he causes to any substance such motion, change of motion, or cessation of motion, as to bring that substance into contact with any part of the other's body, or with anything which that other is wearing or carrying, or with anything so situated that such contact affects the other's sense of feeling. Fine. अब इसमें क्या बोल रहा है? इसमें ये बोल रहा है कि पहला तो है कि there has to be if any person he causes motion, or secondly he causes change of motion, और he causes cessation of motion. ये तीन चीजें हो गई. अब ये किसको? To the other person, to that other, या to any substance, या ये चीजें any substance को होंगी. अब इससे क्या होगा? ये substance फिर क्या करेगा? This will come into contact with body and dress, or anything which is carrying. Body, dress, or anything which is carrying. ठीक है? And or something else, and ultimately it will affect the sense of feeling of the other person. ठीक है? दिस इज क्लियर. अब फिर से पढ़ते हैं. ठीक है? अब let us read the proviso. Provided that the person causing the motion or change of motion or cessation of motion causes that motion, change of motion or cessation of motion in one of the three ways. अब ये कैसे cause करेगा? Change of motion, cessation of motion, or motion itself. How he will cause? That is the question. So first, by using his own bodily power. And secondly, by disposing any substance in such manner that the motion, change of motion, or cessation of motion takes place. Second है by substance. ठीक है? And third है by inducing any animal to move, to change its motion, or to cease to move. So third है animal. So पहले बताया है कि ये करना क्रिमिनल फोर्स, ये करना होगा, ये जब आप करोगे तो फोर्स माना जाएगा. ठीक है? अब ये कैसे करोगे? हाउ विल यू डू इट? बाय अप्लाइंग योर बॉडीली पावर, बाय यूजिंग डिस्पोजिंग एनी सब्सटेंस, बाय यू नो बाय इंड्यूसिंग एनी एनिमल टू मूव. सो ये करना और ये कैसे करना, ऐसे. क्लियर है?
Yes.
Now let us read what is criminal force. 349 provides for force, and now let us read what is criminal force. ये आता है 3.
सर सर ये एनिमल वाला पार्ट थोड़ा एक्सप्लेन कीजिए ना.
By inducing any animal to move, आप किसी एनिमल को लकड़ी मारते हो, एंड यू आर डूइंग इट, यू आर मेकिंग ए मूव, और अल्टीमेटली वो एनिमल आगे लग जाता है. सो यू हैव अप्लाइड फोर्स. और यहाँ से यू आर यूजिंग द बुलक कार्ट यूज कर रहे हो. आप किसी बुलक कार्ट को जोर से मार रहे हो जिस तरह आगे लग सके. सो यू आर अप्लाइंग फोर्स बाय इंड्यूसिंग एन एनिमल. यू आर इंड्यूसिंग द एनिमल टू मूव. ठीक है? सो एनिमल को मूव करा रहे हो जिस तरह मोशन क्रिएट हो दूसरे बंदे का. इज दिस क्लियर?
यस सर.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. अब नाउ लेट अस सी क्रिमिनल फोर्स. Criminal force is, now force per se is not punishable, obviously the force has to be criminal in nature. Now criminal force is defined in 350. Now criminal force is whoever intentionally uses force. अब force जो है वो defined 349 में. Whoever intentionally uses force to any person without that person's consent. So पहले तो आपने क्या किया, you are intentionally using the force, और दूसरा है without that person's consent. In order to committing of an offense, intending by use of such offense to cause, or knowing it to be likely that by use of such offense he will cause injury, fear, annoyance to that person, or uh, to the person to whom the force is said to use criminal force to that other. So इसके ingredients क्या हुए? पहले तो आप कर रहे हो, you are intentionally using force. Second, you are using it without consent. And you are using it to commit an offense. Or you are doing it with the intentional of or knowledge to cause injury, fear, or annoyance. With the intention or knowledge to cause injury, fear, or annoyance. ठीक है? This is clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now एक क्वेश्चन है जो फोर्स से रिलेटेड काफी जगह पर आया है, which is, for instance, A is going on a bus and he spits outside. He spits out of the bus and the spit falls on the helmet of falls on the helmet of on a bike. ठीक है? Upon the helmet of a biker. एक बाइकर है, उसके हेलमेट पर गिर जाता है. Now the question is whether this is a case of criminal force. Force तो है, but whether this is a case of criminal force. Ingredients देखो एक बार. First ingredient is intentionally using force without consent in order to commit an offense, with the intention or knowledge of causing injury, force, or fear or annoyance. This act is not a criminal force because there is no intention of causing the of using force. Fine. Yes, Prashant. यस यस
दो इस केस में इंटेंशन नहीं था, बट नॉलेज वाले पार्ट में तो ये आ सकता है ना।
इंटेंशनल नॉलेज टू कॉज इंजरी, पहले तो इंटेंशनल यूजिंग ऑफ फोर्स है ना, इंटेंशनली आप फोर्स यूज कर रहे हो, पहला है इंटेंशनली यूजिंग ऑफ फोर्स, फर्स्ट एस्पेक्ट है।
ओके, बट उसके बाद और है ना सर, और
नहीं नहीं
इंटेंडिंग
नहीं
बाय द
नहीं नहीं
यूज।
नहीं नहीं नहीं, एक बार फिर से पढ़ो, 2 मिनट। whoever intentionally uses force to any person, whoever intentionally, आपको फोर्स इंटेंशनली यूज करना है, फिर वो फोर्स होना चाहिए या तो ऑफेंस कमिट करने के लिए या नॉलेज के साथ कि कोई इंजरी, फियर और अनॉयंस होगा। पहला एलिमेंट है इंटेंशनल यूजिंग ऑफ फोर्स,
ऑलराइट सर, गॉट
जो
इट
यूज
सर।
ऑफ फोर्स है दैट हैज टू बी इंटेंशनल। अब इसका इंटेंशनल यूज ऑफ फोर्स नहीं था, ही जस्ट वांटेड टू स्पिट आउट व्हाटएवर वाज इन हिज माउथ।
सर बट ये तो पर से आई बिलीव फोर्स ही नहीं था, क्योंकि सर उसके स्पिटिंग से मोशन क्रिएट नहीं हो रहा, ना मोशन स्टॉप हो रहा है उस बाइक
नहीं,
राइडर का।
इट इज मोशन तो क्रिएट हुआ ना, ही स्पिटेड ऑन हिम और अल्टीमेटली कांटेक्ट में आया, कांटेक्ट में आया, वो मुड़ा, he got a little annoyed also, so मोशन, चेंज ऑफ मोशन तो होगा ना स्पिटिंग से भी। फोर्स तो है बट द आइडिया इज वेदर दिस इज अ क्रिमिनल फोर्स, द आंसर टू दिस इज नो। जरूरी नहीं है फोर्स हैज टू बी अ बिग थिंग, एकदम मतलब धक्का चलाना या कुछ करना। इफ यू रीड द एग्जांपल्स, बहुत छोटी छोटी चीजें भी फोर्स हैं। सारे इलस्ट्रेशन अगर पढ़ोगे, बहुत छोटी छोटी चीजें फोर्स दिखेंगी आप लोगों को, ठीक है।
ये वाला जो फोर्स है वो सेकेंडली में आएगा क्या, 349 के सेकेंडली में, बाय डिस्पोजिंग एनी substance in such a manner that the
या बाय
motion or
डिस्पोजिंग एनी सब्सटेंस इन सच अ मैनर दैट फर्दर एक्ट करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी,
all right.
ठीक है। इनफैक्ट एक बार इलस्ट्रेशन एच पढ़ लो। A incites a dog to spring upon Z without Z's consent. Here, A intends to cause injury, fear, or annoyance to Z. He uses criminal force to Z. ठीक है। अब ये G पढ़ना, G एक बार। Z is bathing. A pours into the bath water which he knows to be boiling. Here, A intentionally uses by his bodily power causes such motion in boiling water as bring that water into the contact with Z or with other water so situated that such contact must affect Z's sense of feeling. A has therefore intentionally used the force to Z, and if he has done this without Z's consent, intending or knowing it to be likely that he may thereby cause injury, fear, or annoyance or to Z. X, A has used criminal force. ठीक है। और सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग और जो काफी हद तक काफी बार आता है वो है इलस्ट्रेशन एफ, एंड ये इतनी बार आया है, इतनी बार आया है। ए इंटेंशनली, आई रीड, ए इंटेंशनली पुल्स अप वुमेन्स व्हील। Here A intentionally used force to her, and if he did so without her consent, intending or knowing it to be likely that he may thereby injure, frighten, or annoy her, he has used criminal force to her. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
ठीक है। Now let us understand what is assault. अब ये हो गया criminal force. Now what is assault? Now let us see 350. Let us read section 351. Are you guys on section 351?
Yes.
Whoever makes any gesture or any preparation. So चीजें हैं gesture और preparation, intending or knowing it to be likely that such gesture or preparation will cause any person present to apprehend that he who makes that gesture or preparation is about to use uh, criminal force to that person is set to commit an assault. So actus reus इसमें क्या है? actus reus क्या है इसमें? actus reus इसमें है
Gesture.
or preparation. And now what is the mens rea? अब mens rea है intention or knowledge that the person present in is likely to apprehend that he is about to use criminal force. Wait, apprehend that he is about to use criminal force. तो अभी थोड़ा ट्रिक हो गया इसमें क्या पूछ रहे हैं? इंटेंशन, एक बार सेकंड पार्ट लेट अस रीड. whoever makes any gesture or preparation, so ये हो गया actus reus, intending or knowing it to be likely that such gesture or preparation will cause any person present to apprehend that he who makes that gesture is about to use criminal force. तो इस इंटेंशन और नॉलेज से ये जेस्टर और प्रिपरेशन किया जा रहा है कि सामने वाले को लगे कि मैं क्रिमिनल फोर्स यूज करने वाला हूं. समझ रहे हो? आर यू गाइस अंडरस्टैंडिंग?
Yes.
ठीक है. नाउ हियर द थिंग इज दैट हियर is examination of now it is basically intention of the accused. intention accused का ये है कि victim will apprehend that he is about to use criminal force. ठीक है. नाउ ये कैसे आप देखोगे, ये एनालाइज करोगे जेस्चर या प्रिपरेशन से कि जेस्चर और प्रिपरेशन की क्वालिटी कैसी है, कि वो कैन अ रीजनेबल विक्टिम अप्रीहेंड. फाइन. अब ओनली वर्ड्स, अब एक बार एक्सप्लेनेशन पढ़ लो. Wait, then I'll let you know. Mere words do not amount to assault. So only words are not assault. Sirf words will not amount to assault. But the words which make a person uses may give. Wait, but the words which a person uses may give to his gesture such a meaning as may make those gestures or preparation amount to assault. So for instance, वो words assault हो सकते हैं जो meaning देते हैं assault gesture और preparation को. अब इसके लिए you will have to read explanation illustration C. Are you guys on illustration C?
Yes, sir.
See, illustration C says A takes up a stick saying to Z, I will give you a beating. A stick लेता है और बोलता है कि Z को कि I will give you a beating. Here though words used by A in no case amount to assault. Words assault नहीं amount करके. And though the mere gesture unaccompanied by other circumstances might not amount to an assault, the gesture explained by the words may amount to an assault. Fine. सिर्फ लकड़ी उठाना असॉल्ट नहीं हो सकता था, बट उसने लकड़ी उठा के ये बोला कि आई विल गिव यू एन बीटिंग. जो उसका जो वर्ड्स हैं दैट एक्सप्लेन्ड द जेस्टर. सो दैट इज द रीजन दे बोथ टुगेदर अमाउंट टू असॉल्ट.
सर बट लेट्स से इफ अगर कोई दिवाली की दैट गन लेके किसी को बोलता है आई विल शूट यू, देन विल दैट लाइक अमाउंट टू असॉल्ट for some time, some kind, because a reasonable person
No.
will know that it's a Diwali.
No. That won't be assault. That won't be assault. This is a proper stick. That won't be an assault. That won't be an assault. वही तो है ना. Again, mens rea is absent in that case. There is no apprehension.
All right, sir.
Mens rea is absent in that case. Na? The intention of the accused must be that the victim apprehends that criminal force is about to be used. So in that case, the intention is not that, because he's using a Diwali ka gun. Fine.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. अब एक बार क्या हुआ था in our college that there was this committee meeting and people started yelling at each other, and there was this fellow, he he started lifting his left arm, and he sort of, he was about to hit, but he did not, he stopped somewhere. He was about to hit and he said that, oh, I will hit you. Now here both the acts will amount to an assault. So assault ultimately is the gesture or preparation. Fine. Any doubts with regards to assault?
No, sir.
एक बार illustration यही पढ़ लो and then we can close it for the day. A shakes his fist at Z, intending or knowing it to be likely that he may thereby cause Z to believe that A is likely to strike. तो A क्या करता है? A shakes his fist, मतलब fist ऐसे से करता है. Shakes his fist at Z. Shakes his fist at Z. अब ये क्यों करता है? इंटेंशन या नॉलेज से, intention or knowledge it to be likely that he may thereby cause Z to believe. ये इंटेंशन और नॉलेज से कि Z को बिलीव हो कि he is about to use criminal force. Now this will be a case of assault. ठीक है?
Sir, so for sports like boxing and other karate and all sports, sir, assault won't apply because of voluntary non-fit injury, yes, sir.
87. Absolutely.
All right, sir. All right.
And एक और B भी पढ़ ही लेते हैं. We have completed 2 illustrations. एक और. A begins to unloose the muzzle of ferocious dog. Now he begins. He hasn't yet unloosed. Huh? He begins to unloose the muzzle of ferocious dog, intending or knowing it to likely that he may thereby cause Z to believe. ये intention से कि Z को ये belief हो कि he is about to cause the dog to attack Z. He has committed assault. Fine. So इसलिए assault और criminal force में पहले तो बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग है. The way they have worded the way they have shaped the sections is very beautiful. पहले 349 में they have defined force, फिर force को यहाँ यूज किया criminal force में. 350 में they have actually used the word force. तो you'll have to first read force and then you'll have to come to criminal force. फिर ultimately assault में they have used the word criminal force. ठीक है. सो सीक्वेंस कितना ब्यूटीफुल है.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. नाउ 352 एंड 353 एंड सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है जो बहुत एग्जाम्स में आता है 354. वी विल डू इट इन द नेक्स्ट लेक्चर. 354 इज आउटरेजिंग द मॉडेस्टी ऑफ वुमेन एंड 354 के साथ वी विल गो ऑन टू 354 A B C D. ठीक है. शुड वी एंड इट?
Yes, sir.
एनी डाउट्स?
No, sir.
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
गुड नाइट.
Sir,
Yes Sarthak. Yes
we
Sarthak.
won't be studying these sections 367, 368, 369.
If you want me to brief you, I can.
No,
I
no.
can but
I
I
was just asking for like this only, sir. We can study it or not.
yeah, I recommend you guys reading it. इसमें इतना कुछ है नहीं, सिर्फ ये है कि मैंने एक्चुअली इतना कुछ है नहीं इसमें, यू जस्ट गिव इट अ रीडिंग. मैं सोच रहा था कि पहले सारे मेन टॉपिक्स खत्म कर दूं, सो एंड में जो एंग्जिलरी बचते हैं सो वी कैन अकॉर्डिंगली कवर इट. सो जो 363 के बाद के जो सेक्शंस हैं 364A ये सब we'll discuss it in the end, क्योंकि इसमें मेनली केस लॉज इतने नहीं हैं, and only bare act reading is sufficient. So in the end अगर कुछ बचता है तो I will you know I will just get done with it. ठीक है.
Okay, sir. Sure, sir.
ठीक है. एंड कुछ ऐसा होगा जो मुझे लगता है कि इट्स बेटर यू गाइस शुड स्टडी, एंड आई शुडंट एग्जॉस्ट टू मच ऑफ योर टाइम, क्योंकि एक्सप्लेनेशन अगर उसमें ना हो तो आई विल टेल यू गाइस टू रीड इट सेल्फ स्टडी. ठीक है. सो वी एंड इट.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
गुड नाइट.
Good night,
Thanks,
sir.
sir.
गुड नाइट.